Yeah.
All right, let's do this charging box guy, like this charging box.
Okay, yeah, we need to show them that.
We call this the treasure chest.
Steve, with me, shouldn't, because of the possibility of the next 10 minutes me losing my mind, shouldn't I go first?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Please.
No, what it is, people, I'm going to be honest with you, is I had, it's PMS time. Like, I'm just going to be, like, upfront about it. It really is. Like, the other day, I was raging. I was like, I told somebody, we will go to war. and then a whole slew of words, like, came out after that. And I was dead serious. Like, I was ready to get in the car and build my own World War III on this person. I was for real.
You're crazy.
And it's just PMS. But along with that, like, I have... my psychic ability is like top notch right now. Like, I had so many psychic visions over the last 3 days. I saw, oh my God.
A hurricane?
But you know what? I actually psychically connected with Lindy's mind. It blew my, did she tell you about when we went out to Royal Diner?
Yeah.
Okay, well.
You did that with me tonight, too.
What did I do?
I forget what it was.
Psychically connected with your brain?
Yeah, you like, yeah, and then I said, why are you in my brain right now?
Yeah, it's because, I always have psychic ability, and I can always read people's faces. Like, I can tell you all about them. I don't need to know nothing about them. I can tell you whether I can't tell you all about them. That's a lie. What I can tell you is whether they're good or bad, whether you need to stay the hell away from them or not. Yeah, and I'm dead accurate. I can also usually tell you if they're a killer, you know, something like that, but stay away from whatever. But and I can always have the psychic visions and dreams. But during the PMS time, that 10 days out of the month, the psychic ability is so high. It's so, they come all the time. Like the psychic visions. I could be typing, I could be on an investigation, I could be driving down the road, and boom, I don't see nothing. I don't know how you stay on the road. But no, but you do. Something keeps you on the road and makes you brake when you need to, but you don't see the road. You're watching a vision. Well, I had this vision of somebody, and they said something secretly to Hachi. And I thought, okay, I'm definitely going to handle this situation, except for I didn't say I was going to handle it. I said other things. Right, okay? Right. And then I met up with Lindy, and we went out to Royal Diner, and we went and had this baked haddock, you know, because their baked haddock is really good. And we were having that, and she looked at me, and she goes, do you think that blah, blah, blah said something to Hachi? And I about dropped my fork. I said, that's so weird, because this thing, the vision that I saw was so random. Like, it's not like something that goes on in my life every day that I would think about. Yeah. And I thought, yeah, because I told her, I said, yeah, because I saw it. She goes, you saw it? I said, I had a psychic vision of it. And they all know to listen to me, because, like, I'll tell them, like, for example, I'll never have, like, visions of, like, plane crashes or earthquakes or hurricanes or bridge collapses ever. 9/11, like, I didn't have any vision of that, but I will have visions. And one of my customers, Byron, if you're watching this, Lindy told me it was Byron that knew about it. If it wasn't Byron, it was
that was it.
She said Byron?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what she said.
Because I was sitting at another diner, for real, and I had this psychic vision that this bridge collapsed. Well, apparently this bridge did collapse out in Minnesota, but I saw it first. But the reason I see these things is and I don't care who believes me or not, we were actually talking about today, and I think because I've had so many psychic visions, I've been discussing them with Lindy and you and what I've seen and stuff. And I said, you know, I didn't see 9/11. I didn't see certain plane crashes. I didn't see, you know, there's like so I've always tried to figure out my whole life, why do you see, like, that bridge collapse when you couldn't have stopped it? Right. Like, it wasn't even in my state. Why did you see the one plane crash in New York that crashed at LaGuardia Airport? You couldn't have stopped it. Well, I mean, I could have called and said, hey, but, like, I didn't know what plane it was, you know, like, I didn't know. But, and I figured it out. I finally figured it out today. Actually, it was yesterday. The bridge collapse, for those of you that remember, I said I flew to the right side of the bridge. And I don't like heights, like, at all. But I was in this guy's car. I could look at the back of his head, and I was screaming at him to stop because I knew the bridge had collapsed. But where he was going up, like, he couldn't see that it went down. And he couldn't hear me, and I'm screaming. So my body flew out of the car, spirit body, but you know, I'm looking like I do now, like flesh and all. And it went to the right of the bridge. And I stood there, and I remember feeling scared because I don't like heights. But then my body flew underneath the bridge. Yeah, I know. And I saw these little buttons, look like buttons, and they said like R487 or R this or R that. These little buttons, and they were on the seam of the bridge. But it wasn't on. It wasn't everywhere. And something told me that they were an explosive. And I had the vision, and I said to Lindy and Skipper, I said, I just watched a bridge explode at rush hour, and I don't know where it is, but this bridge just collapsed, but I think somebody made it happen. And then he headed home to Philly, and he called and he said, it was just on the news, it just now happened. This bridge collapsed, and it was in Minnesota. I think it was in Minnesota or Missouri. I don't know. But, and I was like, well, why would I even, I mean, yeah, I had an accurate vision of it. I even saw the car that I was in my vision. It was so weird, but I was like, why would I have that? Because why would you have a vision that you can't prevent? Well, then it was my customer. I think it was Byron or Rob out in Texas. It was one of them.
I'm thinking Lindy said Byron.
She said Byron, but it could have been Rob. And they called me because I did like a little radio show on it, and I told everybody what happened. And he called me and he goes, "Did you see the news?" And I said, "No." And he goes, "Well, they made all the local government officials get out, fire, police, rescue. They made a move. They sent Navy SEALs in, and the Navy SEALs took all the wreckage and everything from in the water." And I thought to myself, that the government did that. Now, I don't know why. I'll never know why. You don't know everything, but the government did do it. The plane crash at LaGuardia. When I see certain things, when I saw that massive hurricane that hit Jersey in October, I told everybody about it in August. I said, I was watching Game of Thrones, actually. I believe it was Game of Thrones. It was something on demand. I think it was Game of Thrones. And, like, I get into Game of Thrones, so I'm just watching it. But then, all of a sudden, I couldn't see the TV. And what I saw was the map of the East Coast and this massive red monster. I called it Red Monster. And I go, Lindy, a hurricane is coming in October. Because the reason I knew it was October is because these words kept flashing. It kept flashing. October, October, October. And she goes, you're full of shit. You don't get hurricanes at that time. And I said, I'm telling you. And then I almost felt stupid because, like, what if it doesn't happen?
Yeah.
But sure enough, here goes Sandy now, right to New Jersey, but which we don't get that stuff. But here's a crazy one. I was sitting on the couch one day, and Lindy wanted a grandchild so bad. And this spirit spoke to me. She's going on. She goes, I'm never going to get a grandchild. I'm never going to get one. And I'm like, look, I'm praying for you every day. 3 times a day I'm praying for this woman to get a grandchild at this point. But I myself did not see how it was going to be possible because there was a lot of reasons. I'm not going to go into the reasons, but I put it like this. For her to have a grandchild, it was going to be a 100% miracle. Like, it was not going to happen. If you ask Lindy, she'll tell you herself. She may tell you why, but I don't want to tell you her business. Okay, she may tell, like, some of you probably know that she talks to, like Lori, you guys probably know. But she was not going to have a grandchild. Like, it was not happening. It was an impossibility for real. Well, I'm sitting on the couch and the spirit comes at me and says, tell Lindy she's going to have a grandchild very soon. And I thought to myself, okay, I'm crazy. I'm hearing voices in my head. Now I know it. It's for real. I'm crazy. That's it. And there was no way in hell I was going to tell her that. No way, because I'm not going to get her hopes up and she not get nothing. Right. So I turned my head back around to watch TV, and that voice came to me again. I want to tell you guys who the voice was, but you guys wouldn't believe me, so I'm not going to tell you. But that voice turned around and said again, I said, tell her now. She's going to have a grandchild. Tell her. soon. Now, in this spirit's time, their time is probably a lot different than ours. So I turned to her.
How are we on time, Judy?
We're good. The pill hasn't kicked in yet.
No,
so,
that's not
no, we're good. So I turned to her and I said, Lindy, blah, 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 said you're going to have a grandchild. And she looked at me. And I said, Lindy, I did not want to tell you this because when they told me this, I felt, okay, I must be crazy because I can't see how you're going to do this. But lo and behold, the things that unfolded in the next 6 months that unfolded that would listen, nothing short of a miracle. That's all I can tell you. But anyway, so I get this PMS, and when I have this PMS, so I don't always get PMS. I get PMS like every 3 months, but 10 days of the so-called before you get
long enough.
ant flow, whatever, your my psychic ability is really, really high. So people that want readings, damn it, you should get them now. But I get serious back cramps like every 3 months. So the bottom line is I had to take what is it called that I took?
Oxycontin.
There you go. And I'm just now feeling it. And I'm okay with that.
Oh,
if you
geez.
guys are okay. I'm starting to feel it now, Steve, because I'm feeling really dizzy. But no, if you can take one pill every 3 months, just one pill, and it works, why should you suffer from pain? I mean, my drug dealer's only down. I'm just kidding, people. I do not have a drug dealer, no.
Moving on.
Moving on. Okay, so we'll be back.